Hey everyone, I am Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I am with author Lee Child and Nick Santora, the writer, executive producer, and showrunner of Reacher, based on Lee's books. Guys, congratulations.
Police, don't move!
Jack Reacher, parents deceased, retired Army.
Bronze Star, Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
What in God's name is a guy like that doing in Margrave?
What's a guy like that doing in jail? Zip ties?
Cuffs didn't fit him.
You guys recycle.
This show, I feel like everyone is going to say it kicks ass. The show is great. Lee, this first book that the show is based on, you wrote 25 years ago. How does it feel now to see it coming to life in an 8-part first season?
Well, fantastic. And I love the 8-part. I mean, that's the key issue, that it's such a luxury to have that time to tell a story. It's a total luxury, but also a slight danger, because that's a lot of minutes and they better all be good. And so one of the typical questions that an author gets is, what kind of control do you want? What kind of control do you have? And the only control that I value is really front loaded at the very beginning. It's about working with people that I like, whose work I admire, and who I trust. And if you get those 3 things in place, then the author has no worries at all. And that's why I feel really lucky to have Nick on this, because he was a guy that I was a secret fan of his from before. And so giving it to him, because I can't do it, I can't write for the screen necessarily. I, just like Nick wouldn't want to write my books, I wouldn't want to do the TV show. So he is me by proxy, and I need to trust him. And happily, it's great. Yeah, I mean, he was the guy I wanted. And from that point on, there is no control beyond that, because I don't need any.
And Nick, how was it for you getting your hands on a property like this that is so expansive, and getting to really get into this character, and then finding someone like Alan who literally fits the page? Like, that man is Reacher.
He doesn't fit the page. He's too big for the page. But I don't want to start off by correcting Mr. Child, but he's wrong. I do want to write his books, and I wish I had written his books. But the truth is, and Lee's just being incredibly humble, because the truth is I'm just taking what's in the books and putting it in script format with an incredible writing team. My contributions to this are minimal. This whole world was created by Lee, like you said, quite a long time ago. And my job was just to make sure, and I don't do anything. I never do anything unless I know, and I'll email Lee and make sure, is this right? And Lee if Lee says something's wrong, you will not see anything in a show that Lee Child thinks is wrong. Period. Wow. This is his world.
Right. For the two of you, when you're working on this, and it's a tricky balance, and I feel like you've nailed it, capturing this very physical, very almost primal human being, but has such a soft center and is very, very funny. How was it finding, like, when you saw Alan, did you realize, like, oh, this guy can do what we need?
Yeah, I felt that the first 2 seconds of the screen test time was determinative for me, because Reacher's got to step on the screen. And if you're a good person, you've got a sense that he's going to be a friend. If you've got something to hide, you got a sense he's going to be your worst nightmare. And the point is, it's not up to you to choose, it's up to him to choose. And so there's that uncertainty. And that is communicated by stance and look and mood in that first glimpse. And that's what Alan did so well. And then the fact that he's actually completely nailed the role in every other way was a bonus. But yeah, he's funny as well. And people don't see that in the Reacher books all the time. But actually, Reacher has got a very dry sense of humor, but he's basically a funny guy. And I think Alan is definitely not playing it for laughs. It's not written for laughs, but there is a lot of lightness there, a lot of humor, a lot of good humor amidst some pretty dark goings on. And that's what I love about the 8-episode season, that you've got time. You've got time for all of that. And of course, then it's up to Nick to make sure all those minutes are well used. And that's what I love so much about it. I just watched most of it last night in the very final polished version, which I hadn't seen before. And boy, is it good. It is so good.
Don't forget, you guys, Reacher drops on Prime Video February 4th, all 8 episodes. Get into it. It is so good. You guys, congratulations. I look forward to talking to you about season 2 and whichever book that ends up being. Thank you so much.